Hey, hi, welcome back to the tour. This takes me, strangely enough, well, not to me, it's not strange, but to my favorite spot of all, and that's Vets Park. Now, oh, it's strange, all those beautiful buildings, all those accomplishments by individuals in the iconic areas that I have presented. Why would Vets Park? That's a really good question. I played baseball there for a number of years on Vets 1, which is what you're looking at, although it's been converted into a softball field. And then over the left field fence here, you go far enough and you're at Vets 5, which still today is a baseball field. So many, many, many nights spent playing ball here. Life is lived in moments, not years. A lot of wonderful moments here at Vets Park. I played with the Huron Lanes, and we played with Everett's Drive-In, and that was the Connie Mack League and the Adult League in Ann Arbor. So anyhow, it's quite a memorable place. Let me give you some background information. The park, if you're not aware of it, is Veterans Memorial Park, and it was created in 1955. The official location is 2150 Jackson Avenue. And my old buddy Larry Dishman started umpiring at Vets Park in the late 1960s after taking aim at those fences as a teenager. And then he started to use the park as the primary ball fields in his role as a coordinator of team sports for Ann Arbor community and education. And quoting Larry, nothing can compare in Ann Arbor to Vets as a center for baseball and softball activity. So this is coming from Jeff Larkin, who is an iconic individual himself, a sports writer for the Ann Arbor News, and he wrote those words back June 12th in 1999. He went on to say further that Vets Park was originally one of several fairgrounds in Ann Arbor during the years 1922 to 1951. Another was located at Burns Park, another one of my favorite locations. The city purchased the sprawling site from the Washtenaw County Fair Society in the early 1950s for $127,000. This was according to Tom Raines, manager for Parks and Planning and Development for Ann Arbor. In 1958, funds were approved for 3 baseball diamonds, and the first lights were installed in 1959. That was always fun, playing under the lights at Vets 1. By 1963, all the present 5 diamonds were in place. The pool ring tennis courts were built in the late 1960s, part of the project that had added similar facilities to Fuller and Buer Park. Kids and kids at heart can still relish night games at Vets Park, Larry said. It's Ann Arbor's equivalent to going to Comerica Park and playing. It's still a place to play ball, he says. It's a lovely setting, and indeed it is. So a quick story. So I played in the Adult League. Back then, summer 1966, Cassie Russell, who was an All-American at Michigan in basketball, went on to be a professional basketball player, was also an outstanding baseball player. In fact, out of college, he was offered big signing bonus for that time to play baseball for the Chicago White Sox. He stuck with basketball, but he played in the Adult League at Vets Park, and one of my memories that should be a reoccurring nightmare, but with time it got easier, was pitching to Cassie Russell. And I remember you're not going to throw fastballs to Cassie Russell, so I decided I was going to fool him, and I threw him a knuckleball. And if you look as far as you possibly can into right field in this picture, you still would not see where that ball landed. The ball landed actually right center. It landed in the outfield of the softball diamond behind Vets 1. So that explains why I didn't go on to play professional baseball, but it's a wonderful memory. Okay, all the amenities, there's so much there. Vets Park is way more than baseball, of course, but back in those days, it was baseball and softball. So here are the memories and remarks. Somebody said, I remember the great Doug Horning. Of course, I knew Doug well. Doug, actually, when I was playing at Arbor High School baseball, Doug was one of the assistant coaches under Pete Palmer, and what a nice guy. Him and Dave Hirth were our assistant baseball coaches. Somebody else said, I used to love watching these games. Summer nights at Vets Park were the best. Somebody else spent many days and nights there watching so many games. Great memories. I remember John Boyer also. What a great person. I have to pause on that one. Johnny Boyer is iconic, and I still call him Johnny after 60 plus years that I've known John and Mary Rabb at Washtenaw Dairy, but my memories of John go all the way back to junior high school. Donnie and I went to different junior high schools, but we played ball in the summertime, and that's when I first got to meet him. What a fine, fine individual he was then. A phenomenal athlete. People don't recognize what overall, you name the sport, and Johnny was excellent, be it hockey or bowling or golf, and certainly baseball and softball. So Johnny is iconic as well. Somebody else said, played many baseball games there, Little League baseball, and 32 years of fast pitch softball, played against Johnny Boyer and under the watchful eye of Larry Dishman. Made lifelong friendships, created some of my greatest memories there. Another person said, Vets, great memories, and mentions their team, which was J.W. Painting, and that they dominated the field for 3 years in the 80s. Another person, I grew up walking distance to the park, great memories, ice skating, tobogganing in the winter, and just hanging out in the summer. Ann Arbor was the best place to grow up. I miss it every day. And another person, Michael, if John Boyer was pitching, his team probably won. I played against him too. Actually, that was from Larry Parks. And Larry, another excellent baseball player. And I played ball with Larry back in the 15-year-old league. So what was happening in the world? Well, at that time, Eisenhower sends the first U.S. military advisors to South Vietnam, 1955, to train an army under Diem at that time. The University of Michigan Information and News Services had this bulletin that came out in 1955. It was Flash, April 12th, 1955. The headline, Polio Vaccine Evaluation Results, Ann Arbor, Michigan. The vaccine works. It is safe, effective, and potent. The director at that time of the Vaccine Evaluation Center told an anxious world of patients and that the Salk vaccine has been proved to be 80 to 90% effective in preventing polio, and that was happening right here. All right, I hope you enjoyed the quick memory lane of Vets Park. I sure did. I always do. All right, thank you so much, and please stay tuned.